Brian, hypothetical question, since I know you're a man of God. If you were to go on a date with Fun Lee, I like that. How would you not pay for the first date? Okay, so this came up in our last show. So before I answer that, we'll get the table's take on this. Who should pay on the first date?
The guy. Unless I'm not interested in him, then I will offer to split it.
Okay.
If he wants.
Jade?
I think the guy should be a gentleman and pay for the first date.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm honestly kind of 50-50, but I'm just going to go like what I've done in the past and offer to split.
Mm-hmm.
And if he goes, oh, I got it, then it's his.
Okay.
Yeah.
Personally, I think if it's like we're going on a date and we're going to like, it's pursuing a relationship, then he's gonna pay. Or there's no second date.
So let's say the guy, you're really attracted to him. Date went great. There's the chemistry. But end of the date comes and he says, hey, let's get separate checks. Or he asks the waiter for separate checks. Is it a wrap?
Yeah, like
Even
why
if
did
he's
you ask
great?
me out to that place then if you can't pay?
Even if he's great.
Yeah.
But okay, I have a question for you. You're pretty young. You're 18, right? You're
That doesn't
you're in
really
college.
matter.
Most
Okay.
people are just like in college. They're not going out on proper dates. It's like meet at a party. Let's hook
Okay.
up. Especially here in Santa Barbara.
I had a guy take me to the weekend concert, pit tickets. So honestly, if a guy isn't gonna pay for a first date, don't take me to that place, and you're not gonna get a second date.
Wait, but in the example you just gave, did he pay?
For the weekend tickets?
Yeah, he paid.
Oh yeah, and much more.
Okay. Well, I mean, for something like that, if you're gonna invite someone for like an event like that, then you'd pay. Yeah, but
Well, if you're gonna invite me on a date, you would pay.
okay. What do you guys
Yeah, I
think?
agree with Jade. I think the guy should be a gentleman and pay.
Okay.
I agree as well.
Okay. So pretty much besides you, the guy should pay. Now, would you say 50-50, right? But are you going to feel a certain type of way?
Yeah, I
if
think
he
it
does like
depends.
take you up on the 50-50 thing?
Yeah, I think it depends, kind of. Like,
How
if
so?
it's a nicer place and I was asked to go somewhere, of course I'm going to offer to pay and only order things that I know I can afford. But then it's like, you want to go 50-50, so you obviously don't like me as much. You don't want to pursue a second date, like, or it's just the fact that what I ordered and what you ordered, the price doesn't really match up and you can't afford both of ours. So, you know, it really just depends on what I feel, what I gauge the situation was.
Okay.
Yeah.
I also
Oh.
want to emphasize that if it's like a first date versus like a relationship, like obviously if
Yeah.
I'm dating the guy, like I'm gonna pay, like I'm gonna have a share with him, like.
Mm-hmm.
But like first date, if the guy asks me, he like slides into my DMs or he like whatever, like if he's asking me to go to a specific place, like he should pay. He's the one inviting me out.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to make the table pretty angry at me. So I don't believe, actually, before I make my point, really quick going around the table, do you believe in gender equality?
Oh my god.
And would you consider yourself a feminist?
I would definitely consider myself a feminist, but I mean, gender equality in like what context? And just like men and women are biologically equal, like all across the board. I mean, I think there's definitely differences in gender, but I feel like if you're going to talk about our value in society and like how valuable we are, of course we're equal. I think we offer different things. Each gender has different roles that we are more biologically like inclined to take. So in that aspect, no, I don't think we're completely even.
Okay. Jade, your thoughts?
No, I don't believe in gender equality. I think men are mostly CEOs, and I feel like they run the world. So what's the opposite of a feminist?
You're Andrew Tate.
Yes. Yes.
Well,
I feel like men hold a lot of power in the world. So
which men? It's a very small proportion of men.
like maybe like 1% of the men hold a lot of power.
Right.
So, but like for example, say there's a guy like asking girls inappropriate question versus a girl asking guys. There's always like a two-sided. It's not fair. I feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if a girl were to ask a guy inappropriate questions, that's okay on the internet. But if a guy were to ask a girl inappropriate questions, that's like not cool.
Yeah.
And then-
we've done that prank video. We've done that as an experiment.
Oh yeah, and
Well, so I mean, the video was this is one of our crazy viral videos back in the day. It was called asking people for sex. I had a girl go up to guys, just point blank, say, "Hey, think you're cute. Do you want to hook up? Do you want to have sex?" And well, first off, just the responses from the genders were different. The guys said yes, and then I did the version where I'd go up to girls, just point blank, say, "Hey, I think you're cute. Do you want to hook up? Do you want to have sex?" Actually, most of the girls, like some girls got offended, but most of the girls just laughed. They thought it was funny, but they said no, right? But then, like when we've showed the clip to the panel before, they're all like, "Oh, the girl one's okay, but the guy one's that's like inappropriate, creepy.
Yeah.
The girl one's cool." But anyways, so okay, do you believe in gender equality, feminism, or do you consider yourself a feminist?
Do I consider myself a feminist? Yes, but I think that there's kind of like a different definition for feminism, especially for white women and more so people of color. I don't really align myself with white feminism per se. Like to
Okay.
give you an example, like
Is there a Latina feminism?
well, I mean, like, yeah, I would say it kind of divides with people of color and then white feminism, but so much so, like, it's, maybe I should just say
Well,
intersectionality.
I would agree with you that
Intersectionality.
the origins of feminism were extremely racist.
Yeah.
Especially they wanted to exclude black women,
Yeah.
but and I'm not a particular fan of feminism, but and I'd have to tell you what my definition of feminism is, but your take.
I think that gender roles are never going to be equal, honestly.
Okay.
And so you can try as hard as you want to like make things equal, but like it's never going to be equal.
So would you consider yourself a feminist?
I'm kind of on the fence with it.
Okay, that's totally fine. Go ahead.
I don't consider myself a feminist because I am a stay-at-home mom. So my man's the breadwinner. So I don't think I really. I don't think
It
I
wasn't
really,
me. It was Eric.
I don't think I really believe in like gender equality, and I think
Okay.
that's also part of like the Hispanic culture. Like it's very like we're not really feminists. Like we're more of like, oh, the husband's the breadwinner, the wife stays home
Mhm.
and takes care of the kids and the house and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah.
What do you think?
I think I'm a femin. Sorry. I think I am. I think that like women also have power to do most of the things that men do, but I don't know.
It's good. Do you have a kid too?
No, I don't.
Okay, got it. Cool. I don't know why I'm derailing the conversation a little bit, but okay. So I guess my question, and I still need to address the super chat here. How do you reconcile believing in gender equality, but also thinking that, and I know some of you didn't, but maybe some more so for you two. You said the guy should pay on the first date, but you also believe in gender equality. How do you reconcile that?
I said I believe in gender equality as far as like saying that like men and women are equally valuable in society. But I don't think that we have gender equality as far as like certain roles that we take on. So I
Okay.
think males are naturally, biologically even like fall into more of like the care or like the hunter gatherer like role. Like they bring like back in the caveman days they were bringing back the food and hunting the food, and then women were like the caretakers of the house. So I think I have a more traditional ideology
Okay.
from that aspect.
Gotcha. All right. So I guess where I was going with this is I won't pay on the first date.
You
So
don't
how do you
say.
do it?
Huh?
How do you do it then?
So I'll pay for my own food. I'm not expecting the girl to pay for me. So I believe in like the 50-50.
And you've had Asian girlfriends?
Yep.
That is so surprising.
We are in California. It's pretty liberal. I mean, Santa Barbara is pretty liberal.
I feel like for most Asian girls, I don't, maybe more Americanized Asian girls, less traditional ones, I feel like maybe they'd let that slide, but
They were like their parents were immigrants.
okay.
So like they were born in the U.S., but parents were immigrants. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, actually, no. One of the girls she was a simp. She paid for everything.
The Chinese girl, right?
The Vietnamese girl.
Oh wow.
So,
Surprisingly.
like to just right off the bat,
Yeah, she'd like just bring me food all the time and pay for everything. To be fair, we didn't like go out a lot, but she just like bring over food and shit. She's also wait, no, I'm not gonna say
Why'd
that.
y'all break
So
up
like
then?
your mother?
She was crazy.
Like, what did she do that
That's
was
the
crazy?
trade-off. See, that's the trade-off that you get.
the crazy
okay?
hot
like, that's
matrix.
What you deserve, that's what you wanted.
Oh, because of the food buying.
Yeah,
or-
because if she's gonna be a simp for you, that means she's fucking crazy for you. So she's gonna control every other part of your life.
Well, no, I was in charge, but she would pay. She was like a simp.
Wait, but then how was she crazy?
She had borderline personality disorder.
She's like very needy
Well,
towards you.
I'll say this: the very first time we hung out, she went through my phone and got pissed at me. Like first time hanging out.
Red flag. Abort.
Yeah,
abort.
it was
abort.
bad.
Abort.
I ended up dating her for 5 years, but that's that was do not recommend. Do not recommend. But
Wow.
I was young and naive. But okay, so to get to the date thing, yeah, I don't really pay on the first date. There are some exceptions where I will pay, but
What are the exceptions?
okay, so I'm 33. If I'm dating someone like who's say like between 18 to 23, if they're like in college, then okay. But first date, nah. Did you want to say something?
No.
And I'll tell you why. Well, okay. Gone are the days of people being truly single. Like people are dating multiple people at the same time. So I would feel bad if I like adhered to my traditional gender roles of paying for a date if the girl's like fucking 3 other dudes. Or fucking 1 other dude, 2 other dudes, 3 other dudes. Like for me, it's just, I don't even want to, no offense to anybody here, but maybe I'm old fashioned. Like I want a girl to be truly single, even off rip on the first date. If she's got another guy she's entertaining, she's sleeping with this guy over here, that's fine. You can do it. But just for me, like, I don't want it.
Would that mean that you're also truly single
Yeah.
on the first date, or
Yeah.
what do you mean? Like,
What's-
yeah,
what's the
like
trade-off?
no,
Are you
yeah.
single,
Like, what's
Brian?
the trade-off?
What's the-
Like,
Yeah, of course.
well, like, is
No.
that like
It
a
has
yeah, of
to
course
go
I'm
both
lying, or like
Well, so,
yeah, of course
like,
I'm being?
I'm really on, like, I'm super busy. Like I'm really on my purpose. Like I'm working really hard. I got my business. I don't have time to be like juggling 3 chicks. I don't have time for it. So like if I'm talking to a girl, like if I sleep with a girl, for sure she's the only one I'm sleeping with. Yeah, like I mean most people they're gonna be maybe dating, but like sleeping with a girl, yeah, I'm probably just one at a time.
Right.
Because I'm not interested in one night stands either. Like to me, it's a waste of fucking time for me. Like if I'm gonna go on dates and like do all that, do the whole dance or whatever, like I want to pursue that. It's not worth it to me to sleep with a girl one time and then never see her again.
So are you like dating for marriage per se?
No.
No.
No, I'm not gonna get married.
Ever?
That's so.
No.
What if you fall in love?
Yeah.
We
what if
can
you
be in
fall
Are you
love.
upfront with that?
I could-
with the girls that you date. Do you tell them that from the get?
If they ask, I'll tell them.
Okay, then
If they ask.
every girl should